Hello you lovely lot, my name is T and welcome to another video of looking at literature. Today I'm going to be talking about some broad terms instead of specific books, and I'm going to be talking about the two main themes of the Victorian era, realism and sensationalism. Firstly, with the scientific advancements and Industrial Revolution, readers were growing less interested in novels about the upper classes. Reading novels was becoming much more popular among the lower classes, and because of this, writers had to adapt to writing about more realistic things than they had previously. People wanted to read about the middle and lower classes, and realism novels dealt primarily with the lower and working class and their poverty. We can look at George Eliot's Adam Bede as an example of this. The story is about the working class and their struggles, with a good portion of the plot also taken up with the relationship between the lower and middle class. The character of Hetty in this novel represents the working class girl and her desire to rise in her social position. She contrasts nicely with the titular character in Elizabeth Gaskell's Mary Barton, who, when given the opportunity to alter her position in society, chooses not to in favour of her love for another man, a working class man. Realist novels didn't necessarily have the ending of raising in social rank or even having a particularly satisfying resolution to the plot. They were more about exploring the lives of the lower classes and depicting them as truthfully as possible. Sensationalism, on the other hand, came later on in the century towards the fin de siècle. Wilkie Collins is regarded as either the founder of sensationalism, or at least one of them, with his novel The Moonstone. Compared to realist novels, sensationalist novels dealt with subjects such as crime, the supernatural, mental health, and identity. As the Victorians began questioning their identities and exploring new paths of science and medicine, it influenced the literature. This particularly influenced the representation of the male, and in Collins' novel Armadale, we are given a representation of a sensitive new male protagonist in Ozias Midwinter. Masculinity and mental health were called into question in literature more than females, because for males it was considered a genuine affliction and threatened the state of manhood as a whole, as opposed to females where it was generally put down as a case of hysteria, something that was common to women in that period. Gothicism and supernaturalism were also prevalent themes within the sensationalist novel, and one only needs read Thomas Hardy's The Withered Arm, a short story about potential witchcraft, to see how much of an influence it had. Despite the Victorians' obsession with science after Darwin's publication of The Origin of Species, there was still an obvious fascination with the macabre and supernatural forces. The incubus in Hardy's story is never attempted to be explained, and the reader is expected to take it at face value. This is the case in plenty of late Victorian novels, as supernaturalism and sensationalism really went hand in hand. So what do you prefer to read? A truthful text or something a bit more extravagant? I personally love them both, but I might be a bit biased. I hope you liked the video. Please leave a like if you found it interesting, share with a friend if you think they might find it interesting, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Until next time, cheerio!